Hi, this is Megan back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 ways that you can get paid to go to college. I know a lot about this. I just graduated from college in December. Whoop whoop. Thank God. I'm so glad to be finished. And I went to school for free. So I want to share some knowledge with others so that other people can hopefully go to school for free, or at least take out less loans than they would have normally had to do. So the first way I would say is the Gates Scholarship. Personally, I'm a Gates Millennium Scholar, and that scholarship is one of the best scholarships in the world, but it's no longer a thing. But with my scholarship, my bachelor's degree was covered, but I can also go back and get a master's if I want, or a PhD as long as it's in a STEM related field, and I'm getting paid for it. But with the Gates Scholarship, which is spelled GATES Scholarship, also I'll put a link in the description box below. You can still go and get your bachelor's for free. And they choose, honestly I forget how many, it's a few hundred people that get chosen a year, I want to say. Again, I'll put more information in the description box because, one more time, I'm not a Gates Scholar, I'm a Gates Millennium Scholar, so I don't know all the details of that scholarship. I just know that it exists and that it's still ran by the Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The second way you can go to college for free is from scholarships from your actual school that you apply for. So, for example, for me, I went to Howard University, so a Howard University scholarship will help me. So if you want to go to Howard or some other school, whatever school you choose, contact their admissions office to see what scholarships that they offer and if you qualify or not for those scholarships. Because if you do, or if you talk to the people who can help you get those scholarships, you may get them and then have to take out less loans or not take out loans at all, because the goal is to go to college for free. Or at least that was my goal that I set out to get when I was in high school, because I worked too hard. And if you're one of those people who work really hard in high school, you don't want to pay either. Sure, somebody should be paying you to go to their school. And I believe that, and that's how things happen. The third way I would say is to really focus on your tests that you take in high school. So whether that's your ACT, your SAT, your PSAT. And right now I'll talk about the PSAT because when I was in school, a lot of people did not take that seriously, but I took it very seriously because I had done some research before we took it a second time our junior year in high school. And what I realized was you can get scholarships to go to college for free based on how good your PSAT score is. For example, I took the PSAT my first time in sophomore year, and I forget what my score was. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't scholarship range. So then junior year, I took it again, and I got in the like high 190s because the PSAT is not like the SAT. It takes that 4-digit off, so it's just 3-digit number. And I got in the 190s, almost 200, which would be the equivalent of almost 2,000 on the actual SAT. And I know they changed the scoring in the last couple of years for the SAT, I believe, so these numbers might not be accurate anymore. But when I was in high school, that's how the numbers were. And because I did so well on my PSAT, I received the National Achievement Scholarship, and that National Achievement Scholarship allowed me to go to other schools for free. So even if I didn't have the Gates Millennium Scholarship, there were certain schools that I could have went to for free based on my PSAT scores and then my SAT score. And the fourth way now, I'll focus on the ACT and the SAT, because a lot of people, I'm not gonna say they don't take those seriously, they do. However, they don't put enough time into studying for them. When I study for the ACT and the SAT, I'm just going to give a quick rundown of how I do it, and I'll go into more detail on other videos. But quick rundown, I take the tests at the end, like the practice test before the actual ACT or the actual SAT. I take those tests as if I'm taking it, at the facility. I put the same time frame on it. So if the English section is 30 minutes, I give myself 30 minutes exactly. I don't do 35 minutes. I don't do 40 minutes. I don't play around and say, well, I'm just going to see how I do this time. No, because there's not that many practice tests out there. Like, for example, with the Princeton Review, they have 2 practice tests, I believe, at the end of their books. I might be mistaken because it's been a few years. But anyway, long story short, I just take the practice test very seriously as if I was taking the actual test. And the reason I do that is to see, am I short on time? Do I have more time than I need? Did I get to go back and answer the questions that gave me difficulty? Do I know how to answer those questions? What was the issue? And it's easier to point the issue out when you follow the same time constraints as those tests. So again, that's my 4th one. And my 5th one is to apply for scholarships. And the scholarships you can apply for, honestly, they depend on who you are, your demographics, because obviously I'm a black woman. So in high school, I was a black girl. So I could apply for different scholarships for minorities. And UNCF is a great one if you are a minority or if that's a part of your demographic. So I would definitely say UNCF scholarships. Now, again, I'll put a link in the description to other scholarships, like Ronald McDonald Scholarship. That's another one I received, and that one will help you for your first semester. That wasn't a scholarship that flowed throughout your entire matriculation at any school, but there are some scholarships that do. And if you're into STEM, please look for scholarships. If you're going to school for anything, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. If you're going to school for anything related to those topics, there are scholarships out there for you. And yeah, that's really all I have for today's video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed on my profile. And I hope to hear from you all. Leave some comments, like and subscribe if this information has been helpful to you, and give me some insight, if you can, on what kind of videos you want to see in relation to this topic, because I have a lot to offer, because I've done a lot of these things. I've been to school, I've traveled while I was in school and all that, so I have a lot to offer. So just let me know what you need, and I'll be here for that. Please subscribe if you can, and see you next time.